All right, so, you know, Game 1, Sacramento versus Golden State Warriors. Interesting situation happened. I'm watching the game. I'm looking. I see on the front row, I see 50 Cent. I look over to the corner. I see E-40. I said, "Oh, the Stars are out in Sacramento." I don't know when the last time was we had celebrities come to a Sacramento Kings game. So I'm like, I'm hyped. E-40 is a Bay Area legend from Vallejo, but still connected with Sac and always shouts out Sacramento. A lot of love, and he showed up to the Sacramento Kings game, their first playoff game.
And go to state too.
Now, the Sacramento Kings game, playing Golden State, you're playing the champs. Obviously, he's supportive of Golden State Warriors. He's at the game. He's right next to the bench. And this man gets ejected. E-40 gets ejected from the Sacramento Kings game. Their first playoff game back in history. For some people, this is the first time they've ever seen the Kings in the playoffs.
Like 17 years, yeah.
And they kick out E-40 in the first game. Make it make sense, brother? Make it make sense. And when the story comes out about what happened, it makes even crazier sense. It makes even crazier sense.
Yep. Sounds like we had.
We've been hearing a Karen.
Yeah, we had it.
We've been hearing that there was a Karen in the stands. and I'll tell you this, man. He said, "Hey, I was definitely the victim of racial bias." And all of these people are talking about, all these people in the comments, "Oh, I can't believe he's playing the race card. This had nothing to do about race." Prove to me it doesn't. Prove to me it doesn't.
I'll tell you this right now. From what I know, bro, is the fans around E-40 and that lady and whatnot. They were saying that the lady was being disrespectful to him, like the whole game or whatnot. And then in the third quarter or whatnot, I believe it was. E-40 turned around and was just talking to her or whatnot. And then the next thing E-40 knew is he was getting kicked out and whatnot, right?
So security walked up to him.
Yeah, security's walking to him saying he's initiating it and whatnot. He needs to leave.
Hey, I encourage that the ownership
and so
investigate this situation and see what really happened.
Right, but if there's video footage there's video footage. E-40's literally just talking calmly to security. He's like, listen.
E-40 ain't
I don't know what's going on here or whatnot, but she needs to be out the game instead of me or whatnot, right? Like, he was calm the whole time and whatnot, right? So the fans literally have said, who was around that situation, that E-40 shouldn't have been ejected, right? Now, I don't know if it was a race situation or whatnot, which it definitely could have played a role into it, but the thing is, the Kings, I don't know what happened to security or whatnot, but they might have not been used to being in the playoffs and whatnot and handling a situation like that.
Because even when them fans were flipping Draymond Green, I don't know if you watched the game 2.
Game 2, they flipped Draymond. Yeah.
They were flipping Draymond Green off. The little security came over there. He was like trying to tell him to calm down. Yeah. He's like, "Y'all calm down." But obviously the Kings haven't been in the playoff atmosphere in a long time.
So they don't know what they're doing.
Whoever the security team is, they wasn't the ones from 2004, 2006. This ain't the same security team. They ain't never been in these situations. They don't know how to kick a fan out. Mm-hmm. They don't know how to kick a fan out. You can't have one fan instigating something with another fan. They're both paying customers.
Yeah.
They're both paid to be there. Mm-hmm. And then if you do kick one out, why do you kick that one out
and not the other one?
And not the other one too.
And that one didn't.
When E-40 was walking out, I just saw the video on mute. I didn't even listen to the audio. You told me more. I didn't know. I could look at the crowd and see all those white people in the crowd. Mm-hmm. Yes, I'm going there. Yes, I'm going there with race. I saw all them white people in the crowd, cried as can be, looking guilty as could be. And let me tell you something about Sacramento, man. We not the Bay Area. We're close to the Bay. About an hour from the Bay, but we're not the Bay Area. When you go to the Golden One Arena and you look at them Kings fans, if you're in Sacramento and you go past, there's a city called Roseville. That's where I grew up at. When you get to Roseville, it starts getting real right outside of Sacramento. When you go past Roseville, it's no man's land. You got cities that you ain't never heard of. People just think of California and LA and the Bay. There's small towns all up out there that I don't even go at nighttime. In California, Northern California, I've been in those situations. I've been in those trailer parks. These people are there's a lot of white supremacists and racists up in California. Don't think that California is just the most diverse, democratic place and everybody's all cool. You got some people who, so whatever she was saying to E-40, E-40 never been kicked out of a game. We've never heard of him getting in trouble with no law. Like, he's someone who's, you actually want him to sponsor. You want him at the game. That looks good. Like, hey, you got celebrities at the game. And Sacramento messed themselves up. They got celebrities at the game, and you gonna kick the celebrity out. We don't want you here. What are you doing? Sacramento needs to make that right. I was kind of ashamed. I was ashamed, man. I'm talking to my friends from the Bay, like, that's Sac for you. That ain't us, but that's them, you know? So I wasn't a fan of that at all. That had to be racial because of the fact, and I heard one person, they said, how was it racial? Because they had a black security guard. Man, if that black security guard didn't listen to his boss, he'd get fired along with E-40. So what you talking about if they had a black security guard? Yeah, E-40's you know, he seems pretty.
It sounds to me like security didn't get the whole situation right. You know what I'm saying?
They didn't care to.
They definitely, they didn't.
It's a lot harder to go into that crowd of people
and then you have
get that little white lady.
And then you have the Kings releasing a statement the next day saying they support their security team and they handle the situation and whatnot. That just looks. I'm not gonna lie. It looks bad on the Sacramento Kings, right? Now,
you better make it right.
Like I said, I don't know about the whole. I think racial bias or whatnot might have came into the situation. I don't really know if it really did. Right, I know it came into the situation, but I haven't heard anything or to actually confirm that or whatnot. Right, but
I'll say this. Go ahead. Were you finished?
Yeah.
Racial bias is just downloaded in people's subconscious mind.
Yeah,
it's already there.
Mm-hmm.
Black man, white woman. Who do the police side with when they show up?
Right.
It's off instinct. It's gonna be the white lady. That's just. That's historical in this country. From black men getting murdered for rapes they did not commit just because of the accusation to an argument to I've seen situations. I saw a situation in Seattle when I was staying in Seattle. Mm-hmm. A white homeless lady went and got the security guard on a black business lady. And the security came over and had the black business lady move. She's like, this woman shouldn't be here. The sign says that she can't do this. The homeless white lady went and got security on a business working black lady. And the black lady had to move. She was going off on the security. She was mad. Mm-hmm. But E-40 said it. He was humiliated. And I've been in those situations too. When a white woman accuses you of something, what do you have unless you got some paperwork and some hardcore evidence? In the spur of the moment, the general population of white people are going to side with a white woman against a black man. That's a given. So I agree with E-40. I hope Sacramento makes it right. Shame on the Sacramento fans, not us, because I wasn't with none of that. But we were watching the game, and I was like, boy, this crowd look white as could be. And then you see right outside the stands, and my brother was at the game outside. He's like, all the brothers and sisters was outside the game watching from the crowd. So we the Sac natives. We all the Sac natives. So you don't have them people in the building ain't even Sac natives. They coming down from the mountains and the hills.
That's
somewhere.
what I was trying to say.
I'm telling you, man.
That's
they
what
come
I was
down
trying
from
to say.
Grass Valleys and stuff.
Downtown, you know what I'm saying? You got people coming from everywhere.
Hours away,
man. Just
they don't represent Sacramento.
So yeah,
they do not represent Sacramento. So,
but yeah, definitely looking back at that situation.
Shout out to E-40. Yeah, they was playing E-40 on TNT the next day. Shout out to E-40. Shout out to Vallejo. You know, my family got ties with Vallejos from back in the day, so we definitely mess with the Valley Joe. So shame on Sacramento. I hope they make it right. And I'd love to hear y'all's thoughts on the situation with E-40.
We get in the playoffs,
and he didn't even show up to game 2. I don't think
he probably He said he's done with the Kings.
I ain't paying that money. Y'all make that thing right. I need free tickets for next games or whatever.
Hope you at Golden State probably though.
In Sacramento, security team, y'all gotta kick fans out. If fans are acting up and causing a ruckus to other paying customers, kick that fan out too. Mm-hmm. Really, like that was some unnecessary stuff right there.
Yeah.
You know? So, and I know the humiliation, but E-40 walked out of there cool. He grabbed his drink. Turned his hat to the side and walked out of there. He said, y'all, you got me messed up.
He said, I'm higher than all y'all people.
You know what I'm saying? All y'all got y'all lingo from me. I was like, man, I was ashamed to see it as a Sac native. So,
man, that lady probably listened to E-40, don't even know it.
Yeah, the person who was, and then they said, what I heard was the woman, I heard it was a rich woman who owned like a winery or something. All of them people are rich if you sitting down there at them games. You know what the prices were on those games? So now you kicking people out who've done paid thousands of dollars. You kicking them out because they said something that made a white woman uncomfortable. Man,
I heard he wasn't even talking to her. So
yeah, who knows? But how long are you supposed to let someone sit there and constantly verbally assault you?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can't do that to somebody. Mm-hmm. So
Yeah.
And by all means, I'm not kicking out the celebrity. You know.
Yeah, that's like the last thing you do.
Lizzo twerked half naked at a game and didn't get kicked out.
I didn't see that.
So if we're not kicking her out for that type of behavior, we're not kicking E-40 out for standing up for himself as a man. Okay, all right, let's get off this topic. We done with this topic. Yeah. Well, y'all share with us our thoughts. I'm gonna get mad at the more I think.
Y'all let us know what y'all think in the comments.
Y'all let us know.
Y'all let us know.
All right, y'all. Peace.